Hi, I bite you. Ah.
Don't do it. Ah! So we made it off the Cassier. We're now in Prince George, Canada. Canada just keeps going and going. It's a country. I mean, it's just a large area to drive through. So good news and bad news. Good news is we're making pretty good time. Bad news is my check engine light's on. I've got this Bluetooth ODB2 reader that's supposed to connect to my phone, but it's not. It's dead or something's going on with it, so I don't know what the check engine light. I'm pretty sure I know what the check engine light is, and that's part of the bad news too. Our transmission has started to stutter when it's changing gears. Not every time, not super bad yet, but definitely something going on. I mean, we've towed over 50,000 miles of this thing, and we've towed not flat ground. We pushed this van pretty hard. So the van has over 130,000 miles on it. With this transmission, usually between 130 and 180s when the transmission goes out or starts having issues possibly. So we're on the lower end of that, but definitely not like something early or crazy or weird for this to be going on. So I've already called 2 or 3 different places about at least trying to get the transmission fluid changed in this. Nobody has our filter. And the people said that even if we had your filter, it takes a week to get in. That's 2 different places. We checked one of the cities we're at like 5 hours ago, and we also checked Prince George. So I think at this point, we're just gonna try to get to Seattle. First, I think we're gonna get to Canadian Tire. We've met some other RVers who also needed an ODB2 sensor, so they're gonna buy one. I'm gonna use theirs because I'd like to get another good Bluetooth one once I get back in the States. Instead of spending $100 on a sensor and then going to Bluetooth later. Plugging in first. Transmission control system, severity 2 of 3. What does that mean? All right, transmission component slipping, I knew that. Transmission component slipping, I knew that. Transmission control system. It's 4 codes, but they're all transmission related. So the code's pretty much what we figured. We're gonna keep heading down the road, just see where we can get.
Making it all slattery.
Slattery. You help them with the pancakes? What kind of pancakes are we making today?
Blueberry.
We got to use these up. We're going across the border, aren't we?
Can you help me push this through?
Yeah, let's get that a little closer. There we go. Good job.
And put blueberries in.
All right, let me wash the blueberries and we'll put them in there. So we've been doing the whole parallel thing where we park here and then finding our Sundays here. So we just walk in between them and it makes it a little safer for Hensley too. Hensley, you eating those pancakes? Are they good?
Is that flying cream?
It is flying cream.
I love how she does it to herself. She's like,
Hensley,
it's the airplane.
eat the cream. So we're handling the pancakes, and they're handling the sausage and the coffee. This has not exactly been a quiet spot. Train tracks, the highway's right here, but as you get closer and closer to big cities, which does mean we do have good cell signal now, like constant cell signal, so that's great. But you know, there's gonna be more congestion. Just a trade-off. It's okay though. And so yesterday I had to take it easy on the van. It was definitely doing the whole jerking thing when it was changing gears. Maybe not that extreme. Sometimes it would just, I'm gonna say like 50% of the time it would shift smooth. But I have learned, I've gotten a really good feel for what gear it's in. For the most part, 40 to 60, I'm in 3rd gear. So that's been my sweet spot because the speed limit in most of these roads is around 60, around the edge of what I should be doing anyways. Not that everybody's doing that. But yeah, probably 90% of the time I'm in 3rd gear, other than when we go through cities, and I've got to go all the way back down to 1st gear, and then we get to start all over with the jerking as it's going up. But the main thing is we've got here, I don't think it's gotten any worse at least. And Seattle's about 6 hours away. And if nothing else, at least the States is only like a few hours away. So hoping to get to the lower 48, figure out what's going on. So we're making our way towards Seattle, about I don't know, 20 minutes down the road. And then we had 2 firsts in the Airstream. And so our first is that we were pulled over by law enforcement in our Airstream. I didn't think I was speeding, didn't think my lights were out, didn't think anything was wrong. I'm coming down the hill, I see the lights come on, I pull over, we're scrambling around because I don't even know, you know, I'm getting my license, my registration, insurance, but I mean, I don't know how this is gonna work in Canada. The officer walks up, I got my window down, he tilts his glasses down and says, "I love your channel." So he pulled us over to tell us how much he loved our channel. We weren't doing anything wrong as far as lights being out or speeding or anything like that. So we got done with the conversation. It was a lot of fun, by the way, like, like the mix of emotions. And so he's walking away, he pulls off. Of course, we're on the side of the road on a shoulder, and this is my fault. I'm not blaming this officer, which leads us to our second first. Our second first is that we managed to get stuck on the side of the road. So I initially was not that far off the road. If you see the front tire, I was about, it was actually a little closer to that even. I was probably like maybe 3 feet off the road. But once I started to leave, rear tire just barely caught this loose dirt. And then that was all she wrote. So, man. We've been told there was like loose dirt on the side and you need to watch out. And we knew that, but you know, sometimes, I mean, it just wasn't that much of a shoulder I was trying to get over. So the plan is to detach the van, hope we get an angle, get some pavement to get some traction. And then we're hoping to get this out of here. Fill in some of this. So optimistically, if we can get some momentum, we can get this thing out of here.
Probably never gonna caravan with us again.
This is why you caravan, though.
We're packing the dirt here. Of course, we got it chalked like crazy. I got chalks everywhere. I got these X chalks. I got normal chalks on the other side too. You can see how much it's sucked out right here. So hopefully we'll get some momentum and get it out. Oh goodness. It's just a real sick feeling when it's like, you know, it's your home. This is what happened when I went off the side of the road over here. And we knew, people told me, they said the shoulders are soft, and I knew that. I did it anyways. But we're out. Thank you so much, Corey. You're the man. I think we damaged anything. Well, one of your boards bit the dust, but
That's all right. You'd have been off, dude, if we didn't put any dirt there.
oh yeah, yeah. No, I think that dirt, look how much that dirt, it pressed down in that dirt. We had to have that dirt. For sure. Thank you for stopping traffic. Great running skills.
And this is why you caravan.
That's right.
Yes, yes. There's no way we'd had it, people. Marissa would have been with Hensley and I would have been all by myself out here trying to, I would have had to call somebody. I couldn't have stopped traffic and done all this by myself. Everything looks good. All right. We're free, Hensley. We got out. We were stuck, weren't we? That was fun, wasn't it?
Whew. I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie.
Marissa thought our house was gonna tip over.
When you see your house going like this.
Who did this?
Daddy monkey.
What's your monkey doing? He doesn't know how to fly a drone.
He does know how to fly the drone.
Can you say, see you later, Canada?
See you later, Canada.
See you later, Canada. Time to cross, time to cross into the US.
So we're in the lower 48. It's been since May since we've been in the lower 48. So it feels good. And the
Washington sign.
Washington, let me get it. The customs officer said, welcome home. And like, that felt so good. That was just such a kind welcoming, because it has been so long. As much as we loved Alaska and Canada and traveling, it's just kind of nice to be back for a little bit too. Honestly, I'm excited about Chick-fil-A. I've been waiting to get back to get Chick-fil-A. And we made it to Washington. I've never been to Washington. Hensley, you've never been to Washington either, have you? Nope. Always wanted to come to Washington. We won't get to do a whole lot of exploring because we've got some events to get to, but we will definitely be back, and I'm excited to be here because this is one of my places I've always wanted to check out.
So Marissa's eyeing all these restaurants. I think she saw Panera down there that we're gonna try to do, I think. So long couple days, long day today, but people are awesome. First thing we've seen the last 2 days of people that are awesome. We were at a Canadian Tire, the tire place. Anyways, I thought I needed the bulb for the headlights, so I only had like 5 minutes before the place closed at 6. Ran in, grabbed what I thought was the right parts, came back out, had my hood up, taken everything out, and realized I did not need the bulb, I needed the entire light, and they were already closed. But one of the employees saw me out there. Canadians are awesome. And so he went into the store, gave me the light, because I handed him my card. He says, I can't, all the registers are closed down. He says, here, just take the light, you can have it. So gave me the light, I got it installed, because we needed it. We were gonna be driving, it went out earlier that day. We needed it because we were driving that night, doing some night driving, because we want to get into some extra time, try to get to Seattle. So awesome. Also awesome today, we had the patrol car pull us over, just because he wanted to say he loved our channel. We love that he did that. Even though we had a little bit of an issue after that, I'm not gonna blame him. That was my fault for pulling off right there. Thirdly, finding our someday has been awesome. We've been caravanning together and it really helped today. I couldn't have taken care of what we had happen today without them. I would have had to have called in a tow truck or called in at least police cars to block traffic because there was only one of me, because Marissa's been with Hensley, and totally changed the scenario and made it totally doable. Thank you guys. And fourthly, we're thankful for our patrons. Marissa sent a call for help out to Patreon because our YouTube videos are like weeks behind, but our patrons for the most part have at least an idea of the live area we're in. We try to keep them up to date on that. And so she sent out a call for help.
SOS, anybody got any recommendations?
Like mechanics, and if we break down, what do we do? And just tons of comments, tons of people sending in. So it's the weekend. I can't call mechanics in the area yet because they're pretty much all closed till Monday. But Monday I'm gonna start making some calls on these suggestions. So thank you so much to our patrons for doing that. And if you're interested in being a Patreon and being more, because we do live updates and live posts and live SOSs and all that kind of stuff, you can just head to lessjunkmorejourney.com/Patreon, and that link will get you where you need to go. It's been a long 2 days.
It's been a long 2 days. Did you say that?
Yeah. Well, it's only been, not just today. I've been filming since yesterday.
We're 12 weeks with this baby. Mm-hmm. So hopefully I can start getting over this sickness a little bit more. And that's the first trimester, so that's great.
You guys are gonna be happy to have her not as sick because you're tired of seeing so much of me, I'm sure. So
it's been challenging, especially being sick and traveling, but we've had a lot of good help, and finding our someday has been awesome, like helping out. And
should we tell on them? We're gonna tell on them, and if they say we can't tell this story, I'll take it out. So we crossed the border to come into Washington, and we're lying. They have different lanes. They have car lane, then an RV/semi-trailer lane. There's only one of those lanes, so we wait for the semi. Corey with Finding Our Somedays next. He's parked at the stop sign. It's his turn to pull up, and he turned his truck off, and it won't start up. He tries it again, it won't start up. Tries it again, it won't start. This is us like waiting to get through the border to get into the United States. And so you can tell he is not happy. And like 3 other people at the border have come out and they're kind of put their hand on their pistols because at this
It was
point
more than 3 officers.
it was a lot of
Nathan's
officers.
like, should I get out with help? I'm like, I think you should stay in your car.
So his truck won't start, and then so I see Corey get out of his truck, and he's fumbling with something in the back of his truck, which actually that's when I think they start reaching and kind of like, what's going on here? So, and then he pulls out a fuel container of diesel, and I'm thinking, Corey, oh my goodness. So Corey was trying to save some money, get barely across the border and fill up his truck, and it backfired because his diesel truck, which it's a GMC just like mine, ran out of fuel right there at the border. And this engine, you have to prime it. So he's got to pop the hood. He's up there like priming it, trying to start it, prime it, try to start it. There's like, what, 15
He was bragging that he didn't have to use any of his spare fuel his whole Alaska trip.
Yeah.
But it came in handy at the border crossing.
Yeah, so it took him 10-15 minutes. And then they asked us, we were behind him, if we knew them. We're like, no, I have no clue. Finding our what? I mean, it's like not true. So Corey got through, we got through the border okay, but so yeah, if you're crossing the border, probably make sure you have fuel and don't block the whole line and run out right at the border. Not good. But well, Marissa's craving something. We'll figure out what it is.
They're making tacos.
Okay.
I can't say no to a taco.
So it might be a taco night. Hopefully I'll find out more about the van soon. But until then, we're going to eat dinner. Glad to be back in the lower 48. We'll catch you guys later.